Hey folks, welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor, and for the first time in quite a while, it's a book haul. So I don't tend to go do too much book shopping these days, except for like Kindle books and Our Crate. But it's January. I had a gift card for Dimmicks from my parents for Christmas, and of course my birthday was in the past week. And I always save up my Dimmicks credit for my birthday so I can buy something completely frivolous. And then my parents also sent me some money for my birthday as well. So I was like, what else am I going to do? I'm going to go book shopping. So I've actually had two completely intentional book shopping trips this month of January. So you're getting a book haul. Woo! There's also, I pre-ordered a couple of books online. One I have already read, and that is the ebook of The Missing Page, which by Cat Sebastian, which is the second in the Page and Summers romance / cozy mystery series. It's queer romance, but it's also post-war period, like post-Second World War period mysteries, and they're just fun. And like I said, I've already read it. It's great. I have also pre-ordered the hardback of the new Sean Maguire Wayward Children book, which I can't remember what it's called, but I believe it's our first look at the sister school to Eleanor West's school, in which children go because they want to try and forget. And it's apparently a bit of a harsher school. So that hasn't come yet because the hardback comes out later than the ebook does, but that is on its way. So that was a bit of sort of just me shopping. So what did I get with my Christmas gift card? Two books. Martha Wells' Network Effect, which is the novel in the Murderbot Diaries series. So I've read the first four novellas in the Murderbot series. I believe there are some that are set after Network Effect, but Network Effect is, I believe, the next book that I need to read. So I picked up that, which fits with my wanting to read queer characters, because I mean, Murderbot is a robot, but Murderbot also very distinctly doesn't use any pronouns at all. So I count Murderbot as a queer character, because they are not a binary expression of gender. I also bought, and I've seen this around for a long time, The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I was intending for this to be as part of my stats for my reading goals of diversity. It is still a diverse book, but as far as I know, I'm not sure about hugely what it's about. But when I actually looked up S.A. Chakraborty, she is a white woman who converted to Islam. She's not actually a person of colour. She says that very clearly on her website, I think because her name does confuse people. But that's okay. It's still a diverse book because it's from an Islamic author. It just doesn't quite fit into my reading goals. But I'm sure it will still be interesting. I've kind of heard a lot about it on BookTube. A lot of people really love the series. And it's kind of like Islamic fantasy. So set in Cairo, like in an alternate 18th century Cairo, which does kind of sound up my alley considering how much I love Peach Jelly Clark. So that was also bought with my Christmas gift card from my parents. So I was very pleased with those purchases. Then today I went off to do my birthday book shopping. So because I always save up because I'm a gold member of the Dimmicks bookshop chain, which means I get a lot of credit because I buy a lot of books. Even when I'm not buying for myself, I buy a lot of my Christmas gifts at Dimmicks, and I also always check the Dimmicks website when I'm looking for my textbooks for English classes. So even when I'm not actively buying a lot of books for me to read for fun, I'm still actually building up a lot of Dimmicks credit. Anyway, I usually save it up to buy something completely guilt-free for my birthday. Often in the past that has been really pretty editions of my favourite classics, just for display purposes. In the past I have also picked up like a Star Wars dictionary, which is not something I would usually spend money on. and I've barely looked at it since, because the first time I tried to look something up, it wasn't there and I got irritated. Oops. But yeah, so it's sort of guilt-free purchasing. So what I picked up this time round was Closed Casket by Sophie Hannah. This is the second in the new Hercule Poirot series, which is officially endorsed by the estate of Agatha Christie. My brother bought me the first one for Christmas, and so I read it between Christmas and New Year and really quite enjoyed it, even though Poirot is sometimes really, really annoying. There's a reason why I like Miss Marple more. That's because sometimes Poirot is really, really annoying, and often the books are actually from someone else's perspective who's getting really, really annoyed. But I still really enjoyed it, so I picked up the second book, which is called Closed Casket. I also picked up this one, which is one of the Tor.com novellas, and it's Defect by Nino Cipri. And this is the sequel to Finna, which was on the Hugo list last year and I quite enjoyed, which was the novella about a chain of like IKEA style furniture stores and homeware stores that happens to have portals to other dimensions in it, because this particular store, versions of this particular store exist in all dimensions. So this is the second book in that series, and it's sort of, as it describes it, surrealist world hopping adventure. So since I enjoyed Finna, I figured I would try Defect, even though it's very expensive for a paperback novella. But yes, but yes, I am looking forward to having a look at that. And then I still had some money from my parents, so I wandered by the comic store because I haven't been there in a while, and I had a look around. I had maybe intended to get volume 2 of The Magnificent Ms. Marvel by Saladin Ahmed, but they didn't have it, which is interesting given that there are 3 volumes out, but the volume 3 came out in May last year. So I haven't checked to see if it's actually still running, but yes, but they didn't have that. So I ended up getting 2 volumes of the Lumberjanes, which, you know me, I love the Lumberjanes. So I have volume 10, Parents' Day, and volume 11, Time After Crime. So I'm going to enjoy these. I always enjoy the Lumberjanes. Sometimes I haven't looked at the art styles in these ones yet, because sometimes the art styles can be weird depending on who's the artist is, but it's mostly, I think, still Waters and Lay, and I tend to like their work. So I have 2 volumes of Lumberjanes. So those are the books I have acquired, not including Our Crate, in January. January's not quite over, but you know, Christmas shopping, birthday shopping is now done. So these will be added to my TBR. Yes. In fact, I might actually read some of it this weekend if I get a chance, maybe tomorrow, particularly Lumberjanes, because I am actually way behind where I should be for the first month of the year in terms of my overall reading goal. I've been a bit distracted by other things, so I have been reading a bit, but I read so many Austen Variations over and over and over again last year that it's like, unless it's a new one, I kind of don't want to include it this year, unless it's like a new one or one I haven't read in a while. So yeah, because I just go through them like water, like candy. So, but yes, those are the books that I have acquired. I'm quite keen to read all of them. The 2 I got for Christmas, oh no, just the one actually. So the Murderbot one is in my TBR jar. So I don't know when I'll get to that one, whether when it might get pulled out. But yeah, that's my first book haul in quite some time. If you read any of those books or are interested in any of those books, happy to talk spoiler free in the comments below. like, subscribe, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye.